Construction of the most expensive, largest building in Grand Forks history is scheduled to get underway next month. The new Altru Health System $305 million hospital will be built basically at the same location as the old Grand Forks Clinic. Today, a mock-up tour of rooms was held to give everyone a better understanding of the Northern Valley's largest medical center.
Yep, it's just north of the existing hospital, kind of filling the footprint of where the clinic, the old clinic building used to be, and kind of wraps around to the east and creates a frontage along Columbia Road as well.
Okay, so can we walk around and
Absolutely.
take a look?
Yep.
Go ahead and just show me. Go ahead and walk ahead.
So this is our typical PACU bay, so post-acute care recovery. There'll be 18 bays like this, and I think 2 isolation rooms to go along with it. This is a post-procedural space.
Okay.
On the right-hand side here is a mock-up of our hybrid OR room. This is a space that's new for Altru. It's a space that can combine an OR environment with a imaging environment, so we can do imaging during the procedure, and we can be much more direct and accurate, and opens up new procedural possibilities for Altru. Certainly not an expert on this area, so I don't want to speak too much about it, but it does represent a new space for Altru in their hospital.
All right.
Over here is a typical ED treatment room, so we'll have 18 of these in the plan. This is when you go to the emergency room, this is the room that you'll be in. We'll have a staff entry side, which is the side we're on here, and then on the far side will be a patient entry side, so it really follows the on-stage, off-stage model, keeping defined or mostly defined differences or areas for staff versus public, so we find that helps to reduce the chaotic environment, chaotic nature of a hospital.
All right, move on down the line here.
So this room is a typical pre-post room. This would be one of the bigger areas that you'll see a change from the current hospital. This room, currently in the Altru Hospital, pre-post is done in curtain bays. These will all be private rooms. So that'll be a major difference between the new hospital and the existing hospital.
Is there a certain philosophy how this is all being built and designed to make it easier for patients and docs and everybody?
Well, certainly that we're striving to create efficiencies that don't exist today. And there's been a lot of studies in education, and the model of healthcare has changed since the 1970s when this facility, when the existing facility was first developed. One of the things, as I mentioned, is that sort of on-stage, off-stage model, where the on-stage side is the public side, and the off-stage side is the service side. That's where the nurses and the doctors and the providers and the materials and patients are moved. And then on the public side is the side that is less chaotic. It just creates a more calming environment. Studies have shown that the more you can create that calming environment, the more positive it is for healing.
Okay.
And then along with that, what we're doing at the site, on the outside of the building, is really trying to create as much of a green space, a green environment as possible, and create that park-like environment, so that as we move further into the future here, we can become more and more focused on preventative medicine and less and less focused on reactive medicine.
All right.
Better views.
So this would be your typical patient room. This would be where when people say, I got to stay in the hospital, this is where 95% of those people are going to be. This is slightly larger than the existing patient rooms. They'll all be single occupancy. We won't have any double occupancy rooms in the new project. Each room will have its own private bathroom. And then we've got a dedicated family space that sits along the exterior wall. What you don't see in this mock-up is a large window that'll be on the exterior. But then the rest of this
is that almost like an area to sleep over there for anybody who's had to spend time in the hospital or something?
Yep, that's correct. That would be a sleeper sofa. We're not 100% sure yet if it's going to be sort of a pull-out variety or just a sleeper-type sofa. But yeah, that is intended to be where the family could sleep or rest or relax or whatever the case may be. Yep.
All right. What's next?
Okay. So just down the hall on the left here is our Nicu. This is another space that represents a pretty significant change from the current Altru Hospital. In the current Altru Hospital, the NICU it's all one room, so it's a modular, or excuse me, it is a day environment, so it's just curtain bays. This model will go into all private rooms for the NICU. There'll be 13, neonatal intensive care unit. So for very sick babies, we will have 13 NICU bays, NICU rooms, sorry, and then one room that's capable of multiple. So if we got twins that are in need of that NICU care, we can have them both in the same space.
Okay. All right.
So on the left here is the critical care. So this would be your typical ICU or intensive care room. Slightly larger than our typical patient room, simply because it takes more staff and more equipment to support these patients.
Okay.
Other than that, by and large, pretty much exactly the same as the patient room. The bathroom is slightly smaller because we won't have a shower in it. Because if patients are capable of taking a shower,
That's kind of a running theme here. All the rooms seem to be a bit larger than the existing.
That is a theme,
Okay.
for sure. Yep. If we step through here, this is the labor and delivery room. This is a very large room that is, and it's meeting the requirements that are set forth by our governing bodies. It's large because things can go wrong in a hurry in an LDR, and we want to make sure that we've got proper space to respond to those critical emergencies.
All right.
So this would be your typical birthing room, labor and birthing room.
Okay.
And then just on the left here, the last room I can show you is the typical or a general OR. We've got 12 ORs in the project. All of them are just a little bit different. This would be a general OR. This is probably the most typical. We'll have 4 or 5 that are very, very similar to this.
Okay.
And we'll have a number of other specialty ORs.
You guys want to check out the chair?
Well, this whole project will be one of the largest construction projects in Grand Forks history.
It will.
Beyond the Dike building, I
Yeah,
guess.
right. Yeah, it's being a Grand Forks native, it's really exciting to be able to work on something that's going to have such a positive impact in the place that you live.
Okay.
This is where my family does their healthcare, and this is where the community does their healthcare, and we're just really excited to be a part of it and be a part of the way that Altru moves into the future.
Okay, thanks for talking to me.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
In Grand Forks, I'm Neil Carlson reporting for iNewZ.TV.